What's up? I just thought I might see if any pirates are still awake. See my little bit of progress here on the island. Damn, Firework, your life is quick, man. What's going on in your world? I hope school and all that's going well. My daughter graduates pretty soon, and she's already been accepted to a medical school and everything, and every day it's something else I have to buy. I mean, I'm glad that she's going to go to medical school. It's just so expensive. Well, that's good, man. Definitely keep your eyes out for any crazies and shit. I can't believe you gotta be on defense in school these days. It's a sad world. I tell my little girl every morning, keep an eye out for crazy fuckers. Hey, what's up, Pyro Al? Hey, Pyro Al, can you make some peanut shells? Any doubles or triples or anything like that? I'd like to get some of those sweet. Well, see, I didn't have that problem much when I was in school because I was a big dude, you know, and people just kind of left me alone and left it at that. So I didn't have to put up with a lot of that. That's what I let off tonight, man, and I had it go really wrong. It tube fired the color part, and luckily the salute part got launched in the air because I didn't know where it went, man. All I could see was sparks. I was like, oh shit. It did not work. A little stock fiberglass tube, though, held it well. Get away with murder a lot of the times because for whatever reason the teachers like me. But I pretty much did whatever I wanted. It's like English one year. I'm just like, no, I'm not doing this. So I brought a Stephen King novel every day and sit there and read it. I'm just like, no, this does not interest me. Yeah, that's what happened, luckily, man, because I didn't know where it landed. I was afraid it was amongst us, you know. I was like, oh, shit, any second now, you know. But luckily it was in the air. It sounded like it reached pretty good altitude, too. You have your college plans lined out there, Fireworks for Life? Because if you don't, you need to. Yeah. I didn't see the snowball, though. I was too busy looking around me to make sure it wasn't next to me. So I missed the I missed the explosion part. Yeah, I was still in the oh shit moment fart, you know. It was interesting to say the least. No, it's not snowing, but it's fairly cold tonight. We do not get a lot of snow anymore. Mostly just rain and mud. That's why I call it the mud season. Who do I want to take their money? Or try to take their cash? Just looks simple enough. Breaking in or not. Not getting very far, I don't believe. One operational tank. Man, maybe there's a couple in that cluster. Oops. Let me see if I can do something about that. Is that any better? I don't know why the PlayStation volume has to be so different than the TV volume. It's ridiculously loud. I've done similar experiments before with snow and ice on my steps. But my front steps are like made out of concrete, and it's a large stairway. And where they're so old, the salt over the years has just started making the whole concrete thing deteriorate. So I coated it in like a plastic primer coat to hold it all together. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm an American, but I'll celebrate any excuse to let off some fireworks, right? I don't give two shits about King James in the 1600s, but it was interesting to learn about, I guess. Yeah, another pyro actually gave those it shells to me and hooked me up with them, and I've enjoyed shooting quite a few of them. Well, I got those from KB, man. He come and hooked me up on my birthday, more or less. He's like, here, man. I'm like, shit, really? Sweet. Hell yeah, man. You should make a cool effect cake, too, and put all the different effects that you know how to make in one cake. That would be cool. I like a cake that has some variety. Hit the Road Jack and stuff like that by Brothers are some of my favorite commercial cakes, you know, everyday stuff. Oh, I know, man, but if I saved every firework that got recalled, I'd have a house full of fireworks. I'm not a collector. I'm a shooter, man. The damn things are made to be lit, and that's what I do. those are cool for dusk right before dark. Those are really nice. When you can't really wait to light something, those are sweet for that. Hey Northwest, how's it going, brother? I gotta watch out for this little tiny kitten I picked up. He's like a micro kitty. I'm gonna take care of the little guy and get him in good shape. Find him a nice home. Hey Kiwi, how you doing? I gave you a little shout out tonight during the video. I'm not keeping this one. I'm just gonna find it a new home. But he's my buddy right now. It's always crawling on me like I'm its mother or something. I hear you, man. Just running down the clock. I'm not gonna go in the pyro cave and hook the camera up tonight. This is why I thought I'd conversate with this video game background. This little kitten I'm talking about is climbing up my leg as we speak. Sorry about that, Kiwi. The text is really small. I'm gonna have to go back into the settings or something. Kitten walked across the laptop and now everything's really small, so I'm like, okay. Hey, what's up, Nightshame? You know, I think I'm gonna get a Nintendo Switch just so I can come play Smash Brothers with you sometime, man. I'm doing good. How have you been doing? There's 24-hour streams and stuff you do are crazy, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm not really a Nintendo guy, but I'll try. That looks like a pretty good game. I'm buying the system just to play one game. Well, I'll probably get the Zelda too, of course, you know. There you go, Tammy. Oh man, I know you play so much video games there, Nightshame. You probably see them when you're at work and you close your eyes. You probably see Smash Brothers, don't you? Hell yeah, Pyro Al, craft it up, man. I love some rockets. Apparently I like them a lot. I have a lot of rockets this year. I still have a lot of rockets. I couldn't believe that one rocket tonight didn't even have a motor in it. I was like, what the hell? Where's the fuse? And the whole motor was gone. I'm like, oh, okay. That might be why. Too good of a rocket to waste. I'll replace the motor and fire it off anyway. "47 minutes. It takes way too long for stuff to build in this game. The command center took 3 days. Sweet, man. Keep them and light them. You don't have to get rid of them, you know. You can't hold on to them. I probably got that many painkiller rockets, and they're a decent rocket. They're just a little iffy. That's probably why I still have so many of them. Alright, man. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, Nightshame. Have a good one, man. Don't overdo it, dude. What's up, KB? Oh, I'm sorry. I caught me mid-yawn. Oh, happy early birthday, man. What day is your birthday? Or I don't know if you want to keep it secret or not, but I was just curious. Rocket racks are a lot of fun. November 8th. Okay, cool. Today's the 6th. Oh, hell, it's almost about you. I don't really go live a whole lot anymore, really. Oh, there's rarely this much quiet. There's a lot going on now with two families in one house. I'm not complaining about it because I'm enjoying talking to my mom and stuff like that, but it has got a lot louder around here. Oh yeah, man. New Year's would be cool, but like I said, the lack of attendance got me where I don't really want to do anything. That's got to be mined right there, because that looks like an obvious point to come in, so we're going to come in from here. I did not even notice. I don't even have a force rate. I've got a little cake that somebody gave me. I'm going to save and set off for New Year's. Little boom cake should be pretty nice. Damn, man, you cranking it out. I'll give you that, Pyro. You're definitely crafting away, man. Keep telling myself I need to start doing that. Alright, man. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck with school, dude. Oh yeah, I finally got a Discord account. I'm not really sure how to use the shit yet, but I downloaded it. But look kind of like the vent that we used to use back in the World of Warcraft days. I think this chat would be better if people could talk back instead of sitting there talking to yourself. That's the weird part about it. Yep. This game is like super slow. It's a good sleep aid. see what's happened. Who's attacked me? And how did it go? It looks like they were successful. One little tank down there, huh? I hear you, dude. If a person can make their time more productive, I am all for it. Oh, dude, things are just... I guess Pyro is just such a niche community, you know? It's slow all over, more or less. My channel growth is practically non-existent. No problem. Thanks for hanging out. I know this is probably pretty boring shit, but I'm just, you know, just jumping on for a bit. But I appreciate you coming and hanging out. I'll catch you on the flip. The Underworlders, as I call them. Well, that's good, man. Hopefully you'll save a lot of money doing it that way as well. And I'd say it's probably a lot more satisfying to let off your own product that you made yourself. So I can see the appeal of that. Let's see, if I was crafting, I'd be doing it about this time of evening. I am not sure who I'm going to this year. I really am not. Hey, what's up, Dragon Lady? How you doing tonight? I liked your video on life and stuff about over there in the Philippines. It's cool to learn about different places. Especially when they're so much different. Sometimes when you stay in your own country and stuff like that, especially before the internet, you just don't know about the rest of the world that much. Or I think here in America, most of us don't give it a lot of thought. Or we didn't in the old days, but now that the world's a lot more connected, you can not just pick up a book and learn about a place, but learn about a place through the people that actually live there. You can pick up a whole lot more. Exactly. That's one thing that there's so many people have a severe lack of is respect for other cultures. They think their way is the only way, and once you start thinking like that, it's not healthy. I was on a stream a while back, and there was a typical, redneck American guy sitting there, and there's a British man speaking, and he's making fun of the words that the British guy is using. And I'm like, of course he's going to have different vocabulary than you. Instead of making fun of it, maybe you should learn what it means. But that's the ignorant kind of reaction I'm talking about. People should know better in this day and age. They really should, now that everybody's connected. Maybe they should quit playing phone games and actually learn something about the world. I'm really concerned about the amount of people that keep their face buried in a cell phone these days. It's not healthy. And believe me, I'm not the one to give health advice, but it just seems like it's causing a lot of issues with people. They lose some of their ability to be able to connect with people in real life, and that's when you have a problem. Well, hell, who's still awake in here? Anybody? It is 12:30 a.m. here. Is it like that in the Philippines? Everybody walking around looking at their phones these days? Is it like that there too? I'm sure it probably is. I noticed some of the videos and stuff that I've seen about the Philippines. The land and stuff looks a lot like here in West Virginia. Mountains and valleys and rivers, and it's hard to get a signal in places like that a lot of times. Are you in the Philippines now, or are you in the United States talking about the Philippines? Filipino people must like fireworks too, because I have a lot of Filipino subscribers. So it must be something about it that they really like. Ah, okay. I've only been to Vegas once, and I drove through it, and it was such a strange experience to be in the desert with nothing for hours and hours and hours. Not even a street light, and then all of a sudden you're in the middle of a city, and then nothing again for hours. It's like, okay. 30 minutes on that. This is the slowest game in the world. 29 minutes on that. Okay. There are a lot, like I said. I can't even begin to pick up the language, especially when a female's speaking it, because they speak too fast. It's like, what? I can't even begin to pick up any of it because it just sounds like a chipmunk on crack sometimes to me. I'm not trying to be insultive, but sometimes when something about female Filipinos, when they start talking, they get faster and faster and faster, and it's like, holy shit. I think it would be a hard language to learn just because of that. That reminds me of a shuttle bus I was on one time. It stopped and it picked up, like, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 girls from the Philippines, and they got in there and started talking, and it literally sounded like a giant chainsaw full of chipmunks. And I was trying not to laugh my ass off, but it was just so funny. All that noise coming together was just like, oh my god. Yeah, I've been to Canada myself. I took a load of Canadian mist whiskey out of there. Tractor trailer load of whiskey. You would not believe the amount of paperwork and security and stuff required to haul alcohol. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I've actually thought about it myself, actually. But I'd still like to have some adventure. I don't know. Maybe go look for Japanese gold or something. I studied some of the older culture and stuff of the Philippines and stuff. Some of the way back history. Don't really know a lot about the current state of events though. Most of the stuff I know is like ancient history. Back in the times when they were using the, oh shit. Making those clubs there in the Philippines that they used to use with obsidian and stuff in them, kind of like the Mayans and stuff used. People in the Philippines used a similar weapon back in the day. I saw that one documentary where the people in the Philippines were kidnapped by some radical Muslims that were, they took them into the jungle for like months and shit. Killed some of them. It was crazy. That has been a while ago. Hey, what's up, Randy? Well, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate the hello anyway, right? Damn, it's never good. That's why I have a GPS and a backup GPS, and then if both of those fail, then we'll go to the cell phone GPS. Triple redundancy. Very important on trips for me. I don't like shit to go sideways. When I was a kid, one time my family went camping with a tent with no poles. Left the poles at home. Had to drive back like 2 hours just to get the poles to set up the tent. Stuff like that turned me into a really good planner. Maybe they have a reason to, I don't know. It's like I always wonder why Japanese people and stuff had a problem with Americans, but then I learned it's because the Americans in the military and stuff go and get shit-faced and try to tear the town apart like Godzilla. And after that happens for a while, then people start not to like you. Because, you know, young guys, 19, 20, 21, whatever, getting shit-faced and thinking their balls are made out of steel in the military anyways. Not a good combination. Especially when you add alcohol in there. Canadians are probably just sick of the wrong kind of Americans. You can judge a whole people by the actions of a few if you're not careful. And I hate that shit. I hate that the world has become so PC these days, and you can't even get in an argument without somebody trying to make it a race-related issue or something. It's like, good grief. Why is that the first place that people go to? Oh, crap. That's me, man. I respect everybody's culture and belief and stuff like that. Just keep your culture and your belief unless I want to learn about it, you know. Yeah, I know what you mean about people, well, mostly with religion and stuff, pushing that stuff down your throat. It's not cool. Or not in my opinion, anyway. My experiences in Canada's been brief. When I go to Cedar Point, though, sometimes I think about going over there, but I can't really think of a good enough reason. It's not like there's anything in Canada that I can't get here. Sometimes on a clear day on the top of a roller coaster, I can see Canada. Hey, what's up, Paladin? How you doing? Still working on that drone, man? I wonder how far you've gotten with it. Look pretty cool. Yeah, it's true, man. I saw a guy letting off some Canadian firecrackers. They were called firecracklers, and they were like crackle balls, but shaped like firecrackers. They were pretty sad. You had to go to a special province just to be able to buy those. I think there's a few far-flung places, maybe a few islands and stuff that sell fireworks in Canada. I know how that is, Paladin. My house is about well, it's over 100 years old, so I'm always doing something. Sound like a wet popcorn fart. Okay, yeah, they're pretty bad, man. I have no desire to live in Canada, but I guess it's a nice place to visit if you get the opportunity. Just like I said, I couldn't really think of a good reason to go there. Not much, Georgia. What's happening, bro? How's the house refurbishing going? I saw that one you were at today. Where I was trying to see it, it was all blocky and stuff. It was a little hard to see. I don't think your signal was worth a damn. Yeah, they are. Of course, I always take the whole bag of crackle balls and make it into one anyway. You know how that goes. Gotta modify it just a little bit. I hear you, man. I bet you, well, I know you see some nasty shit doing that kind of job. I can only imagine the way some people, especially the people that leave angry. Good God. You probably get a lot of houses that are all stripped out and shit. I didn't even know what a Section 8 was, man. I thought it was Klinger trying to get out of the military. I like crackle and what is it, a brocade when it covers the whole sky. You know, that's what I like. Hey, what's up, newfound drone? How you doing? Just about my drone season. I'm getting ready to go do some flying. For some reason, I only fly in cold weather. I don't know why. Batteries hold together better in the cold. I break a lot of props though, especially when it gets below freezing. Matter of fact, I need to buy some props. That's why, yeah. I need to get some props for my XK380 detects. That's my favorite drone. Got a Cheerson CX20. I just took it out of the box. I haven't done the calibration or any of that crap to it yet. That's good to see you, Paladin. I hope things are going well for you. Ah, the Maverick Mini. Those little things are cool, but good God. I don't know. I started with the toy drones, you know, with like a Cena CX20. And there's something to be said for the toy drones because you actually have to fly them. This other stuff is hit a button to take off, hit a button to land. It's so point and click, you know. GPS, altitude hold, and all that shit is cool, but you don't get the same fun of actually flying the aircraft, I don't think. You know, that's my opinion. Oh, cool, man. You'll have to get some wing repair out. I've repaired me a foam glider. There's just something about flying a manual quad I enjoy. I don't even care for altitude hold. It's like, man, this is just too easy. But, you know, my CX20, well, not my CX20, but my XK380 is a really stable camera bird. So if I ever want to film something, It stays right on it. Its GPS is very solid. Probably, man. Them cats are living there in the woods. I have to take food and shit to them now that the house is gone. That's where I picked up this little baby because it was too small to be out there. It done got too cold. I was like, well, shit, I'm gonna take you home. So I snatched him up. I'm gonna find him a home. I got two XK380 detects. I bought a new one I keep in reserve just in case. And I got two CX20s Cheersons. And then I have an X16. I can't pronounce the Hove or whatever it is. I can't pronounce it. But then I have a bunch of toy quads and stuff too. I need to get a good camera for my drone. I bought this little cheap action camera and the sound doesn't match up with the picture on it at all. It's like watching an old kung fu movie or something. Alright, Paladin, take it easy, man. I hope you can get back to the project soon. I'm thinking about starting a new project and building some battleships, like large floating boats and stuff that I could arm with different remote control pyro devices so the guns and shit would actually work. That would be pretty cool. I've got a big lake here, so why not? I appreciate it, man. Well, let me know if you do and you have a good price on it, because I need a better camera. I don't spend a whole lot on it because it might disappear. Something that at least and the sound matches up. I was like, what the hell? Drone with smoke. I did a pyro smoke drone, man, with the firing system attached to the drone and everything. But it was white smoke and you couldn't hardly see it. I've got the video up. Just kind of made my XK380 look like a gas powered drone is what it looked like. That's kind of where I'm at with it, Georgia. But I need to upgrade my equipment. Especially my camera that sometimes doesn't record what I've done. I did a whole tour down there at that tunnel. Got home and that video was corrupted. I was like, son of a bitch. I haven't done planes in a while, man. I spent one whole winter collecting and building RC planes, and I went to fly one day that I shouldn't have been trying to fly, but I was impatient, and I destroyed just about every one of those planes that day. It was bad. I had a big B-17, and it had like 6 engines on it, and it was gaining altitude slowly. But then it ran into a set of bleachers and just ripped it in half. I was like, oh, damn. Ah, cool, man. I will give it some thought. Let you know. Well, I I don't think you could go wrong with one, Georgia, from what I've seen from other people. I haven't owned one myself, but they seem to be pretty slick. Yeah, man, I had the helicopter that would just go straight up, and a little guy would jump out of it and parachute down, and then it'd run out of gas and come back down to the ground. Yeah, that's kind of what it was. I needed much more room for that B-17 to take off. I didn't give it enough room, and I paid the price for it. But it wasn't the only plane that was destroyed that day. Not by far. Unfortunately, it was a bad day to be a model plane. It was too windy. It was springtime, and I should not even have been flying to start with. But I looked at this shit all winter, so the first chance I got, I went outside and went to a baseball field. Thought that would be good enough. It was not. Surprisingly enough, the little cheap Air Hog plane that we bought from Walmart flew great. So go Walmart, eh? Damn it, now I know I had a Mountain Dew there. I'm sorry, kitten, but I had to move. Kitten giving me shitty looks because I had to move it to get up. Well, shit, I guess not. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, I'm back. Anybody still here? I love to fly at night, man. It's one of my favorite times to get down with the drone. Although I learned with my X16, when the battery gets low, they all blink. It has a really long blink, so in the darkness it just disappears. One of my first planes was a glider. And that was the only glider I think I've had, that was motorized. It took forever to learn how to launch it. You don't really launch it, you just kind of let it go. If you try to launch it, then it just does a loop and hits the ground. That happened many times. Hey man, check out my videos. Close Encounters of the Third Kind, I think was the name of it. I flew a Pro Strobe on my 380, and it come out really, really cool, but it's also really, really hard to fly a drone when it's flashing the strobe in your face. That's what everybody's afraid of with drones, that that's what's going to happen, like anybody cares. Who in the hell's doing it with their windows open anyway? Yeah, I guess that would be a good way to mark your landing zone, your LZ. South Park, yeah. So far I blew up 2 South Park dolls. I don't have any more. But when I get them, I will. Orders. Oh, that's cool. Can't use any of it. That sucks. $36,000. Damn. It won't let you build this certain things at certain times, which really sucks. 21 hours left on that. Nice. I can drop paratrooper, sabotage, decoy, or artillery strikes would be nice. Level 7 required. My bunker's level 5. So the only thing I can use is the Matty drop. Once it's researched. In 120 years. What's up, South Florida? How's it going, man? From an open chute, huh? Cool. Oh, that's always a good thing, man. I had to go do a little shooting myself tonight for the Guy Fawkes night and all that. Now, that's quite a score there, man. You won't need them for a while. That's sweet. I think I did, man. He put the tube and everything on there and was flying it. I seen that. And the drone actually handled it. I thought it would throw off the gyroscope and the GPS and all that other stuff with that hard kick like that, but he brought it back. I was like, huh. Yeah, it sounds like a good place to be, man. For sure. Crap, man. Mark Ullman? It doesn't sound familiar. Who's that? Yes, it can. And mine has a lifting capacity of 5 pounds. I learned that the hard way. But flying a fountain at the end of a string, you better be a good pilot because it's going to be like a Bronco. It's like a pendulum is what it is. Because it will get swinging and that's bad. I need a camera person, man. I can't fly the drones, fire the fireworks, and camera and film it all at the same time is my problem. Yeah, check out my video flying that Pro Strobe. It come out really cool. It looked like a UFO. It was pretty badass. I dropped a dumb bump from my drone. Ended up setting a field on fire with the little pre-flare as it was coming down. It was like, holy shit. I thought that would be YouTube gold. It was funny, but it never got a lot of views. Yeah. I was like, oh crap. But it's pretty cool to have the firing system attached to the drone and everything. Pretty much, man. I wish I'd kept those dumb bum purples. Now they're hard to get. I mean, they've always been hard to get, but they're really hard to get now. That's cool, man. That's been a while ago, though. Damn. You've been here for a while, then. Cool, man. I appreciate the support, dude. I try to reciprocate. Yeah. Plus, a lot of the Euro connection went down there for a while. That and YouTube is, unfortunately, kids has got more money than sense has raised the prices on stuff like that to astronomical levels. Ridiculous prices I just won't pay. I mean, there's a high price and then there's a sucker price, you know. You know, hopefully they won't kill our hobby entirely. Whoa, how much is that? $220,000 to upgrade? That's crazy. We'll see. You've learned the ATF loves us, huh? Well, damn. Pray tell, how did you learn this? I'd rather them not know my name. I bet you they do. Wolf in sheep's clothing. But hello, my name is Pedro Gonzalez. Uh, I'm Rusty Shackleford. That's who I am. Yo, I don't know, man. It's more than a hobby for me. I'll tell you that now. I can be having a shitty day. I can go blow some stuff up, light some cool fire up, and it makes me feel a little bit better. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that's worth a whole lot in my book. Indeed, man. It keeps me from choking a bitch. Pyro is my steam release valve, you know what I'm saying? You know how it is, man. It's just different when you got a giant stash than when your stuff is all dwindled down and sad looking. You're like, damn, I don't like this. It's a real thing now. I've experienced it many times, and I know you probably have too. It just don't feel right unless the stash is banging. However, life does have a way of getting in the way of a man's hobby too. I still got a pyro warehouse to check out that's actually within driving range of my house. It's closed this time of year, but I want to check it out. See if they have any case prices or anything like that. I just can't buy retail these days, not after going wholesale. No. Yeah, no doubt. The problem with that shit is, man, is you can never cure stupid. There's always going to be that jackass that throws the shell in backwards because he thinks it's funny. There's always the dumbass that's launching a rocket out of his ass crack because he's too drunk to be playing with fireworks. But those people are always going to be there, you know. Man, after you buy stuff by the case and you know the price that stuff costs, you just can't buy, or at least I can't, you know. If I go into a store, I buy something, you know, to show a little bit of support, but I'm not going to be doing a lot of shopping there, that's for sure. It just doesn't make sense when I can get a case for the same price as what some people are trying to sell one item for. I mean, I understand markup, but good grief, there's a limit. Dude, I've got a kitten here so small that I can't even feel it when it's sticking to me, and it sticks to me like I'm its mother. I went up to the house site the other day, and this little kitten come out of a bunch of cinder blocks screaming at me. I was like, alright, little guy, I'll take care of you. I'm not going to keep him, but I'm going to get him looking good and give him away to somebody, because he is a good little cat. He'd get ready to climb up my leg, but he's so small it don't really matter. People drop kittens off, or cats and stuff off at the bottom of my mom and them's driveway. And I think so far this year we took like a dozen and had them fixed and stuff like that, so the population wouldn't get out of control. But there's cats everywhere. Oh, that's never good, man. Try to take something for it. Maybe you can catch it early enough before it gets to be a full-blown rager. That's the important part with pain. You want to try to catch it in early stages before it gets out of control. 26 cats. Holy shit. I think that would make somebody hate cats. That's not good, man. When you mess up your back and stuff like that, though, you're gonna have to learn a whole new set of limitations, my friend, and it sucks. "14 cats, holy shit." And I thought I was cat crazy. I have 5 cats. I got King Tigger Bear. He's a giant orange tabby that weighs in at like 33 pounds. He's gigantic. Of course he is the king. Then I have Sebastian. That is a Maltese, or no, not a Maltese, that's a fucking dog. What is he? Oh shit, black cat. Damn it, he's some breed. But anyway, he's about 22 pounds. He's a big puma looking kitty. And I got Cootie Coon, which is a Norwegian forest cat. And then I have Bucifer, which is an albino kitty. And then I have Nail Nail, or Penelope Prozac is her middle name. This kitty is insane, but she serves a purpose. Not a Bombay, but close. Oh shit, what is it? Really friendly. Cats act like a dog. Crap. Shit. It'll come to me in a minute. Damn it. I hate that. It's like trying to think of a name and you can't remember. A little kitten's a Russian blue. It's a little blue kitty. He's a pretty guy. It's on my lap right now looking at me like, hey, what are you doing? King Tigger Bear took the kitten and started grooming it from one end to the other, so he accepts its existence, so that's good. Yeah, hold on. What kind of cat was Spooky? Damn it. Oh shit, Bombay's messing me up because that's what I want to say, but I know it's not Bombay. Ah, hell, who cares? You know, that's true, South Florida. It's some neighborhoods in China, if there are old people there that live by the old ways, then your cat can disappear. But it's something that's kind of fading away, like snake handlers in the mountain kind of thing, you know? Whatever the cat is, it's just like a Bombay. Short hair, black, really shiny. Looks like a little puma. You know, it's something I don't mess around with. I don't care for snakes. I've shot a lot of copperheads. Yeah, well, tell you what, man. You and me both know when you're hungry, you'll eat whatever's available. And that's the kind of situation a lot of Koreans are in. Especially in North Korea, man. I've seen them gathering grass and shit to eat to make grass soup. Now, you know shit's bad when you're making soup out of grass. So have I, man. Good target practice. Actually cut the head off of a copperhead once with a knife. My buddy was standing on it. He's standing on this copperhead. It's got just its head sticking out from its boot, his boot. He can't, he can't reach him or anything. And I'm like, shit, if he lifts his leg, it's going to bite him. So I just, whatever, cut his head off. Crashed jello to crash kidney stones, so fortunately I've never had that problem, and I hope I never do. Because I've seen it bring some really big guys to their knees and cry like little babies. Yeah, we have copperheads and rattlesnakes here, so I don't play around with them much. And then a bunch of other little, non-poisonous snakes and shit. I don't know, something about reptiles. I love critters, but I don't really hold nothing for lizards or snakes. I don't have nothing. Some people do like that kind of shit, but it's not for me. Can't do a damn thing with this building. I waited 12, like 2 days to build. Yeah, that's not cool. Damn lizards and shit taking over. Florida's one state that I've not had a lot of time in, really. I've just been in the outskirts of the state, more or less. Oh, I know. Down south, y'all got all kinds of creepy crawlies. And fucking little scorpions is the ones that really freak me out. I don't like them at all. Be working on my car. Of course, I'm out in the, grass laying in the yard. Look, turn my head over there, and there's one of them little scorpions with all kinds of babies on its back right next to my face. I'm like, oh, hell no. Spiders and shit like that don't bug me, but scorpions, no, thank you. Especially them little bastards. You don't even see them half the time. They're so small. Oh no, you get scorpions in Alabama. I guarantee it. I can attest to that. I don't want to find out, to be honest with you. Coral snake is like one of the most poisonous, or I think it is the most poisonous snake on the planet, so I don't want to play with it. You have like an iguana hunting season or something. Damn. I've been chased by racer snakes before, and they're not even poisonous, but they'll still bite the shit out of you. I don't know. I've just heard that somewhere. I know there's all kinds of snakes, like the two-step that they would put in the tunnels in Vietnam, that you take about 2 steps and die. That's got to be pretty high on the list. And you got the black mamba and shit. Damn. That thing was pissed off. Yeah. I see those kind of spiders from time to time. Hell, I shot one with a BB gun. That was pretty cool. Put an end to that. It's not my thing, man. Spiders doesn't bug me. Bears doesn't bug me. Shit like that. The thing that really creeps me out is parasites. Now that's something that just really creeps me out. The thought of having something on you or in you that you don't know about, that's just, oh God. That's what bothers me. Like ticks and leeches and shit like that. Ugh. This one wasn't bouncing anywhere when I got done shooting it with the damn CO2 pistol. Yeah, something like a tick that gets on you and you don't even know it's there until you find it. Now that creeps me out. Yeah, that's another scary thing, especially in warm weather places like Florida. We don't have a lot of stagnant water here in West Virginia, with the terrain being so mountainous, so it's not really that big of an issue around here. Anywhere you have slow moving stagnant water, it is. Yeah. Hell, the thing I found that was really bad in my time in the South was the fucking fire ants that pop up in the yard everywhere. Them sons of bitches are brutal. I'd never been stung by an ant before. I was out there working on my car and got into a nest of them. I was like, oh shit, this is what people were talking about. Yeah. I like to be number one on my food chain. Well, let's see. I got enough force to attack. I don't know what it's a force of, but we're going to find out. Let's see. Somebody's got a lot of credits. I'll take the first guy on the list. Oh shit, he's got it all lined out for concrete. This is not going to be good. Tank battle going on here. I am on the losing end of this battle. What? Push the tank forward so I could be shooting at a wall. Can't see this that far. That's big massive. Tank and artillery fire. Did not make it. Actually, the ticks have gotten so bad here in West Virginia, they're killing the deer. Especially the babies and stuff. They call them ghost deers. Where the winters have been so mild around here, it's not killing the tick population, and it's getting out of control. They actually had a PSA on TV saying not to run over possums because possums eat ticks. And I was like, seriously? I didn't know possum eats ticks, and I didn't know people aim for them. But apparently they do. What's up, KJS? I was in your stream earlier, but there wasn't nobody talking. It was just a bunch of kitty cats. Hey, what's up, Paranormal? How you doing? You got quite the kitty collection there, KJS. Seem like they're all Oreo striped. That big fat one though, you can tell that one's the boss. Oh, it would be cool. I'd like to get into the hobby, but I'm just afraid I would invest a lot into it and then get really bored with it. Like a wasp machine. Those are nice, but so expensive. Well, my King Tigger Bear, he's just a big baby. He's the biggest cat I've ever had, but he's also just a big baby. He's even got a little baby meow. It's funny to hear it coming out of a cat so large. Damn. I don't know Linda Westfall, so I have no idea where you're going there, but okay, it doesn't sound pleasant. Well, King Tigger Bear, he is the boss of my cats. You can tell he's the leader of the pride. And he can control the female cats in the house just by giving a gesture. And they will attack his target while he just sits there and watches. I was like, I didn't know that there was so much complexity to a group of cats, you know. I was like, that surprises me, especially when they work together. It's like I didn't think cats really work together, but they do on occasion. Right now I have a cat war going on in my house. Damn, that's never pleasant. I go to shoot fireworks. I don't go for psychological shit like that. I'm like, damn, man, keep all that heavy stuff somewhere else. I'm here to have fun. Sorry that your wife's crazy and whatnot, but, you know, that's kind of what I'd say. Shit, man, I don't say piss on people like that, man. I do what I want to do. If you don't like it, sorry about your luck. That's just my philosophy. This little kitten keeps trying to get attached to me, but I'm like, no, little guy, I'm not keeping your ass, no matter how cute you are. My oldest kitty is 7 right now. That's one of the problems of doing shoots in large groups, you know, there's always that guy. That's why I don't enjoy that kind of stuff, really. Well, it depends. If it's a bunch of just street guys freestyling and shit, I'm down with that. But when you get in a large group of 1-3 guys, you've always got the people that look down on you and act like you don't know what you're talking about, or tell you that you're not safe enough for them because they have all these ridiculous safety procedures and shit. And I'm just not down with all that structure. I like to do what I want to do, you know? If I've got paid to do a job and somebody wants it done a certain way, then that's completely different. If I'm out there doing my own thing, the whole thing is my own thing, you know. The word is right there in the sentence. Mine. Night KJS, I didn't even see that you was leaving. Some of the chat, the way it's moving, I end up missing it. I love my cats now. I love my puppy. I got a lot of critters. I've always loved animals, so I've always been able to walk up to critters and stuff like that, and they'll generally take to me without, you know, very much trouble. It's always been that way. That hurts, man. I do. That's my problem with my cat here. I love him so much that when he does go, it's just bad. I guess some of them do. I don't really know. I go way out into the country and stuff, so I don't bother people or their pets when I let off my pyro. I had a cat like that, and I finally had to beat the crap out of it. And that was the only thing that a cat understood. And after that, the cat was pretty cool. The damn thing come for my face like a Tasmanian devil. So I wrapped it up in a towel, and I just let it sit there and bite that towel until it calmed down. I lost a lot of skin getting that cat trained. A woman had had this cat in her apartment and was afraid of it and never would touch it. So the cat, even though it was an indoor cat, was completely wild. And I've took cats out of the woods before that were completely wild and, tamed them. And this cat by far was the hardest cat I've ever trained. She still flips out and goes crazy to this day. But that cat's got something wrong with it really in its brain, because I've seen it have seizures and stuff like that before. So the cat's definitely got some mental issues. Oh dude, like I said, this cat, no amount of love, no amount of training, no matter anything that you could think of to train an animal that might work, did not work with this cat. The only thing that this cat understood was combat. And once it learned it couldn't whoop my ass, then it was cool. That was the only thing it understood though. And now, in my group of cats, her position in the pride is prey item. She's the one that all the rest of them chase and beat her ass almost on a daily basis. Because when they were kittens, she was really shitty towards them. So when they grow up, I think they return the favor. It's just a really unpleasant cat, but it's one that I can't get rid of. I've tried. Nellie always gets back home somehow. I was going to put her in a rocket one time and launch her ass into space. She got too big for the rocket. I don't know if the cat was ever abused or not, man. I think the cat was just evil, basically. And I know I wouldn't believe it either, but after dealing with this cat, you would. Damn it. This is the worst roll I've ever done in my life. This is... Damn, Georgia, if you could see this, you'd be talking shit. That tear that shit apart and start over, man. That's just sad, but I am in the dark, so we'll chalk it up to that. Which side of the paper? Ah, there we go. See, I gotta strike a lighter to see which side the paper's gummed on. That was sad. That was really sad. It's hard to tell, man. Something happened to this cat's gourd pan before I got it, because I gave it nothing but love and kindness, and it gave me nothing but claws and attack. We got an understanding now, though. See, we don't really have a humane society here. We just have like a dog catcher guy. I've been in the gun shop and shit when he's buying his .22 ammo, and I know what he uses it for, so I try not to turn in any animal to that. Then I tried another animal shelter, but they told me because I didn't live in that county that I couldn't drop an animal off there. So I was like, well, son of a bitch. All my cats are fixed. They don't have babies. And they don't breed out of control or any stuff like that. I mean, I'm responsible with my animals, but a lot of people aren't. Well, that's good, man. Hey, Jameson, what's happening, man? Oh, damn. Running like a bitch. I love my cats, though. And they follow me around everywhere they go. It's like this little baby here is clamped to my leg right now. It's making a nest, but I think it's waking up. It's a really cute little Russian blue kitty. Shit, I'm still trying to think of the name of that cat. It's like a place in China. I remember that. And oh, it's a Chinese name. I saw the black kitties. Damn it. Well, brother, if you got the money, make it. That's the thing with wholesale orders. I need to rebuild my stash, so it's about time to start. Gray cat, named it Flash. Huh? I had a gray and white cat one time I called Bugs because he was the same color as Bugs Bunny. I don't know. I think I'm gonna just go a pure plug route this year instead of going with any company or something like that. I think I'm just gonna go with the few plugs I've run into. It's, I hate to hear that. That's too young. 10 years, but you know, shit happens. Cats are good at hiding that they're sick until it's too late. That's the problem. Alright, little forest cutie, she's up on the couch here beside me. She's just got like 3 different coats of fur. Her favorite place is the bathtub because it's a steel bathtub and she likes to lay in it because it's cool. Where she's got all that fur, she gets overheated really easy. Oh yeah, man. Got a few connections and stuff that I've picked up that has some really good stuff, but some of the shit that some of these plugs are coming up with is just awesome, you know. It's the stuff that I want anyway, so my stash probably won't be as big, but it'll be higher quality, you know. Going for the quality over quantity angle. All my cats, man, are rescues that I picked up off the side of the road. sweet. I'm sure you probably find some shit like that in Alabama. I lived there a few years. Lee Road 246. It was an interesting place. Damn. Nah, I think the few people I know from here hooked me up with a few people that they know, you know. I don't know. I don't know who knows who, man. I just know there's good shit to be had at decent prices, and I'm all about that. I still gotta find a case of Metallica rockets, man. I want those. Just because. Go to the source. So I'm all about making it cheaper now. I like to buy smarter, not dumb, you know. I put a lot of research into where I put my money, but then sometimes I just get spontaneous with it too, so I don't know. Try to do smart with it, you know. Cool, man. Will too. I bought some stuff from Superior Fireworks that's out of Florida, and their stuff was banging, man. They had some really good fireworks, but their prices suck balls. That on my order, they made some substitutions, and I know sometimes wholesale makes substitutions, but they didn't give me equal or greater value. They gave me shit that was lesser value, and I'm like, that's not cool. Not without a refund. Their Hammer Thunder shells are pretty good, man, but they're just like everything else. They're not a bad shell. I got a couple cases of them a couple years back. I mean, they're pretty much on par with everything else is all I could say. Dude, some of those banging ass Roman candles are crazy. Especially the baseball bat boomers. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. This is nice. Alright, man, will do. I always like help finding a good deal. Chicago, oh shit. I guess it's better than St. Louis. You see them dudes get beat down for a cell phone by like 6 or 7 dudes. I'm like, that is fucked up. They've got these machines where you can put a cell phone in it, recycle it, and get paid for it. So people are just preying on people with phones. And they're just not stealing the phones, they're brutally beating their ass. Huh, is that because of the tariff bullshit? People are holding on to their inventory, or inventories are always low this time of year anyway. That's why you can get the deals. You just have to be a little less selective on some of your selections. I mean, buying wholesale is January, February is about the best time to buy that I've found. People want to clear out their inventory for the new stuff and whatnot. Dude, a couple years ago, I ordered for January and I got my order in June. That's way too close. Dude. I mean, the Shiki shells are cool, but my god, they overdid it. The Shiki everything. Think so? Oh, I'd say it'll be there. Hell, if not, there's probably still plenty of product from last year floating around. It'll just be more expensive. So that's my problem, man. I've seen the good stuff now, and I don't want the regular off-the-shelf shit no more. It's like, why do I want to bother buying this crap rocket when I know there's one that's 10 times better, but it's harder to find? You know, I just can't do it. That'll definitely make the prices skyrocket. Alright, congratulations on the bath salts. Go out there and eat somebody's face off. That seems like it's always the thing to do when you're on bath salts. Just go full zombie on their ass. Damn. Probably a fan of shitty ass. T&T, their stuff ain't over close to overloaded. It's nowhere near the recommended level. Yeah, I think things have gotten a little too popular. That's for sure. Looks like just a bunch of slow burning stars, dude, arranged in the correct pattern. Ghost effects are cool. I kind of like to watch the trail of my shells, though. I like tails on my shells better than ghost shells. Oh yeah, it's so generic. They just put anything on there. I hate them sons of bitches, what they're trying to do to the firework industry. They could eat a bag of dicks, so can Phantom. I got a daughter going off to college. My firework budget's been hit hard. I know Georgia was big on fireworks there for a while. When I lived in Alabama, they were illegal as shit in Georgia. They took that shit seriously too. I was like, God damn, it's just some bottle rockets. Calm down. They act like they gonna slam me in prison over this shit. That's been many years ago. They wanted to make damn sure people wouldn't bring fireworks over the border from Alabama and selling them in Georgia. They were on that shit worse than they were the drugs. They were looking for the fireworks hardcore. Place got a drug problem exploding out of control, but they're on the ass of the fireworks. That make a lot of sense. Yeah. Dude, even Firework Supermarket used to have some overloads back in the day. I bought them. They had one that was called Raining Thunder or Rolling Thunder. That was the name of it. 500-gram cake. Fucking salute cake right off the shelf. And I don't mean just a slouch salute cake. This son of a bitch shook the earth. I was like, holy crap. I can't believe I got this off the shelf at a Fireworks Supermarket. It was fucking awesome. If I'd have known that, I'd have bought them all. Because it was buy one, get one free. I was like, shit. And Fireworks Supermarket, a lot of the brands and stuff were cakes that they had were banging for about 3 years. And then the same cakes, they watered them down so bad, it was like, oh my god. It got bad. Well, yeah, man, I'm an old fuck, yeah. I forget about that sometimes. And I always took my stuff in the middle of nowhere, so I didn't have to worry about talking to the law. It was never one of my things I enjoyed doing. But not everybody has that option, I know. Oh, dude, I had some fireworks supermarket there for a couple of years that were so overloaded that they literally blew themselves apart. You had to duct tape the cakes just to keep them together. They were so hot. And it went from that to about half of the composition the following year. I was like, you talk about bait and switch. Yeah, that's because of the other product that they were bringing in during those importing, you know, like all the heroin and stuff. I'm sure it's just like Georgia Pyro tell you, it's all in who you know, man, basically. And to get to know people takes time. And And not only does it take time, but it takes kind of like a catalog, you know. Hasn't been my experience, Northwest, really. Most of the time I've had to be recommended to the black market guy. Well, depend, you know, when you're spending big money, yeah. Big money opens a lot of doors when you're spending a lot, especially on special products. But you know, I could understand that with the risks that people are taking. It's the guy that wants to know about stuff like that has no videos and no history. It just popped up, you know. I'm like, I don't think so. I'll be right back. Sounds pretty good to me, man. You can never have enough boom. It felt good today to get out and let off a little bit. It'd been too long. Really? See, I was going to do just the opposite, Georgia. I was going to go for the good stuff and not mess with the other stuff as much. I mean, I don't know. There's still a lot of Brothers brand, a lot of window product, and a lot of stuff out there. You know, regular off-the-shelf shit that I like. Hey, Southern Belle, how's it going? That's cool, man. They look good, dude. It looks just like store-bought almost, Pyro. Well, keep it up, man. I'm good. I'm just chilling tonight. Not really getting into a whole lot. Kicking back and taking it easy. Playing this really slow-paced phone game. Indeed. Battle Island. Huh. Oh, cool. Yeah, I know Florida's laws on fireworks are a little bit wonky, where you go to sign that paper saying they're going to be used for agricultural purposes or whatnot. Well, that'll be good. Hopefully Ohio will get their act together and get something like that, 'cause they have it now to where you have to sign the paper saying you'll take them out of state within 3 days of purchase. And if you live in Ohio, you're not allowed to buy fireworks in your own state, which is kind of funny. I'll be going through Kentucky in May, and there's a few places I'm going to hit there on my way through. I'll be heading back to Kings Island for coaster stop. For a year now, huh? No, that ain't worth a damn. Ohio does have some weird laws when it comes to shit like that. I used to buy my fireworks in Ohio from Phantom, well, about 20 years ago. Dude, back in the old days, we didn't even have that. I had to drive across the line to Virginia just to buy Safe and Sane fireworks. And that's bad when you gotta drive out of state just to pick up fountains. Fireworks are dangerous. You don't say. Yeah, it's better, more like it. Yeah, it sounds like a good law there. Oh man, fireworks have came a long way. I remember what cakes used to be like, and I see what they're like today, and I'm just like, wow. Remember them old Dragon Brand cakes? You know, like 7 shots, 6 shots. Some of them are legendary, but they really wasn't that good. I like the boat. Yeah. Made a little harbor here for him. You hear this purring getting closer? That's his kitten chewing on the wires of his headset. Quit that. Got that little tail sticking straight up like a remote control kitty. 14% in Indiana for me. I quit that shit. Yeah, he's a little helicopter, alright. About the same time what we did here in West Virginia, man. About the same time. It was 2015 or 2014 here too. Now all I gotta do is get legal weed, and I'm a happy man. I want to live long enough to see legal fireworks. I've done that. And now I want to see some legal weed. 18% here too. And that's way too high. I have to use my buddy's wholesale thing, man. Tax exempt. Tax exempt. Yeah, you got legal weed. Don't give me that man shit. You want to get a buzz, you just go to the store. Here, I gotta go through the runaround, find a dude, do a bunch of backstreet deals and shit, and end up getting home with some shit I overpaid for that ain't worth a fuck. Well, see, I wouldn't trade my pyro for it because the two do go hand in hand. If you like to smoke and you like fireworks, then you're probably going to do them both at the same time. That's why I was at the amusement park this year with these people with all these vape pens, man. They were everywhere. I kept walking in THC clouds. I was like, damn you motherfucker. Why don't you share with me? They passed medical marijuana here in my state in 2016, and they still have nothing available. Found a few members in Kentucky. One place had them priced out of existence, and the other place had decent prices, but just had a few different things that went boom. You know, I've seen that, and I actually got ripped off on Instagram on a deal, so I probably won't be going back that direction for a long time. Yeah, that sucks, man. I wish I'd have had the money to buy a bunch of them. Well, damn, man, you'll have to send me towards some people I can trust there, because I lost like $500 last time I done some shit like that. 5 bills, man. I got ripped off hard. Fake shipping company and everything. Hell yeah. Put all the good stuff in one category, man. I usually always have a big fat joint in my mouth when I'm shooting fireworks. But I got a lot of land to see anybody coming too, so I can get rid of things if need be. No doubt, man. I don't drink, but I do carry a lot of Mountain Dew. Honestly, a person in my condition just really can't drink. I've seen too much shit, man. After you've seen too much shit, you don't want to drink because you can't control it. I haven't had an alcohol buzz in probably 20 years or more. Sweet. It never hurts. What's up, JJ? How's it going, man? At least you know I know rule number one. Keep your mouth shut. This kitten's going ape shit. If I stop talking, it's because the kitten done ate the wire in two. Quit that shit, you little Tasmanian devil. Move your furry little ass. Here, sit down here. There you go. This cat's just barely weaned, man. I'd say it wouldn't even be weaned. He's a teeny tiny little guy. He just turned my damn computer off. Thanks a lot, kitten. Am I still broadcasting? What the hell did they want, man? What the fuck? Damn. Yo, yo, yo. Oh, shit. So what about you guys? You started your stash of shit? Or are you still waiting like I am? I'll have to get my stash together, but it's not much. Probably enough for a decent little New Year's Eve show. No doubt, man. Al has been cranking them out now. I give him credit for that. You know, Shatter's something I've never been able to try yet. Non-obtainable. I think the cool part about making your own firework is the experimentation of it. The little bit of this and a little bit of that, and trying to tweak it just right. I think that's the fun of it, really. Not that I have a lot of building experience, because I don't, but that's the way I took it. Oh shit. They come up on me on the riverbank like that, man. I was in a place that only four-wheel drives could go, right? It's 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting by the campfire. Just burned me a big fat blunt. I'm still burning it. This dude walks right up to the campfire right beside me. As soon as I looked up and saw the pants and the belt buckle, I knew what it was. Joint still in my mouth. I just put it in my other hand. Just held it there. I didn't say shit. State trooper, he's like, you see a car, go down here that looked like so and so, so and so. I'm like, shit, no, I can't believe you got your car down here, man. What the hell? But I was like, no cars have went by here. I don't know what the person thought he was looking for, but they were looking under rocks for this dude. Not me, man. I only buy fireworks at a couple of different spurts a year, really. I pick up a few odds and ends in the store, but I just not down with the retail prices, you know. And I'm not as hooked up as you are, Georgia, so, you know, I have to go a different route. Something special if that's been a turbulent, huh? Now blue is my favorite. Get a nice vibrant blue. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. That is nice. Be completely self-sufficient on both counts. Definitely save a shit ton of money, wouldn't it? Although some of them crafting supplies are pretty friggin' expensive. Ah, going down the road of the cakes now, huh? I've got the remains of that cake that blew apart that I might put back together and try to do something with. Just not really making one, that's just reassembling one. Oh shit. That would have been a felony right there. That would be bad. Having a gun with the weed is not a good idea. Always separate the two. That'll hem you up like you would not believe. I had to bust a guy one time for weed, and it made me feel like such a hypocrite. Yeah, dynamite and a torchlighter. Good lord, if they went through my stash that I have in my truck most of the time, it'd be enough to get me put away. I got 84 soldiers. I can start a battle. Alright. I don't know who. Oh yeah, it's very corrupt, man. But I was working in a prison at the time, so I didn't really have no choice. I would have just let the shit slide if it was me or if I had a choice in the matter. But because other people seen it, I didn't have a choice but to prosecute it. Well, I want you to kind of go into a fireworks store, pull out a box the size of a small car to the middle of the street, light it, nobody could do it. Here, even in a firework legal state, that is prohibited state. It's not right. Of course, nothing happens unless we take our freedoms back. I just stole enough credits from the other people. I got a trophy for it. That's bad. Hmm, 22,000 ain't enough to build shit. Alright, 2 gold. Better than nothing, I suppose. Trying to find something I can upgrade. Whoa. 120,000. Yeah, well, that's different, man. Messing with children, you should get busted. You have to be some kind of a slime bag messing with little kids anyway like it. Yeah, a lot of times that's how that happens. Oh, it's a church group. My children are safe. Bullshit. You know when my children are safe? When I can see them. I raised my little girl. She's 18 years old now. I may have been overprotective on her, but she never had any trauma. So, job done, you know. Yes, they should, very painfully, because if you do something like that, you're not right in the damn head. And medication or counseling and all that other horse shit is not going to do nothing for you if you're that far gone. That's my opinion. Put them in a box where we have to pay $70,000, $80,000 a year to keep them in there. They should just put them down. I'm with you there. Especially these sickos and shit messing with little children. I mean, they usually get their coming backs when they get to prison. That's one thing I can say about the convicts is the child molesters and shit like that, they live a hard life. And they should. They'll kill them if they get the chance. I guess that's the one good thing I can say about the convicts. Even they don't believe in messing with children. My little girl can field strip an AK-47 and a 9mm pistol, put it back together, and hit a bullseye with it. So she's prepared. That, and I used her for my self-defense combat training and stuff like that, static motion. So as I was learning my stuff, she was too, and we just keep doing it over the years. She's a little thing, but she's dangerous. Hey KV, man, I tell you what, you come to my birthday, I wish I could come shoot some at yours, but there ain't no way I could do that right now. I wish I had a little bit of notice, man. I'd have sent you something. But next year I'll remember. Oh, I'm a big Second Amendment supporter myself, man. I've got 2 gun racks on my walls right in here I'm looking at right now. That's loaded full of sweetness. Even a cable guy come in there and asked me why I had all that type of gun. And I'm like, well, I don't deer hunt anymore, and those guns are only for one thing. You know? Well, man, you know you're welcome to come to Boom Ridge anytime, KB. I'll party with you. That's an open invite, bro. After working in a prison and seeing the things that I've seen and hearing the things that I've heard and shit like that, if you're not armed, you should be. Oh yeah, man. It was so hot when you come up here, dude. All we did was sit on the porch. Cause go out into the sun for a little bit and light a fuse and run back into the shade. I tell you what, South Florida pyrotechnics, I have the unfortunate experience of actually knowing, because I am under palliative care. I don't know if you know what that is, but my health is all fucked up. So, weed, as far as being a painkiller and stuff like that, like people say it is, I don't think so. It never really helped me with my pain, but it does help a person with a mental escape away from it for a little while. And sometimes that's worth more than you can imagine when you live with chronic pain. Because dealing with chronic pain is a 50% mental, 50% physical kind of thing. That sounds like just some little douche. Not a good representative for the cause, that's for damn sure. Sounds like he needs to smoke more and mellow out. Tell you what, man, alcohol is legal, and every night I can sit out here living in town like I do now, and I can hear people get into crazy knockdown, drag down fights after they get drunk on a nightly basis. It's like it's fucked up. At least weed don't. At least weed calms people down. I'm gonna do a cave explore. I'm gonna videotape it for YouTube this winter. I'm just waiting for the right time to go. Usually in the middle of the night, about January sometimes, when it's cold as shit, is when the best time. All the bats are hibernating, you don't have to worry about that. Caves are a lot drier too. There's stuff inside this cave that looks like shit off the Lord of the Rings, so it's something you gotta see to believe. Of course it's on private property and stuff, so I gotta get there. And then they blocked the cave off, so I gotta go through a different entrance and all this other shit just to get in there now. Too many people went in there partying and trashed it up. where they had to put a cave gate on it. Now it's only open to universities and shit. I've read into them before on my explorations inside the cave. I've come across a whole class. They'll be in their little uniforms and their little hats and whatnot. I'm like, hey, what's up? They look at me so weird. They don't say shit though. I had a dumbass buddy of mine, Dave. I don't know if you've seen him in my videos. He brought a 100-shot cake inside the cave and was going to light it. I had to hide the firework from the dude and drop it down a crack that was like bottomless to keep the dumbass from doing it. I'm like, you can't light fireworks underground, dumbass. It's not a good idea. This cave was used by the Confederacy to make gunpowder and stuff. And the Union was even camped out on the mountain above where the cave was and didn't know that they were there. The wagon tracks and stuff is still in the clay and the dirt from the Civil War, and some of the little carriage things that they made to leach the saltpeter and stuff with. You can find some of the boards that are from that, and they're like picking up a piece of styrofoam, even though they're a good sized log where they've been in the cave so long. Oh yeah, it would be a very, very, very stupid thing to do. Even if the roof didn't collapse, you'd still have to be dealing with all that smoke in a closed environment. It would kill all the bats and everything else in the chamber. It just wouldn't be good. That's the kind of shit, you know, the reason why the cave gate was put up. I just go in there and take pictures, and I don't even touch the minerals, man. Yo, they would take the soil and they would bleach it through these sifts that they made with straw and wood, more or less, until the solution got thick enough to float an egg. And once you could float an egg in it, they would take it, the solution, and dry it out, and it was good for saltpeter, for the gunpowder. I learned how to do it just in case. Oh man, I'm all about some good rockets these days, man. Batshit crazy, huh? Probably why it smells so good when it's being burned, huh? Like a fart. I had a cop ask me what that smell was one time on my truck. I'm like, it's sulfur, sir. I'm like, if you don't believe me, it's in my hair. Here, I pulled out some black powder up between my hair. I'm like, here, man. That's also why my eyes are red. All the powder in my eyes, you know. That's why my eyes are red, sir. Fall out. I've had that problem a few times this year. It'll definitely get your attention. I've got some rockets that are so iffy I put them on a firing system only. These painkiller rockets I got are definitely iffy. There's nothing that special about them other than the fact that they like to blow up on the launch pad. And then after the payload goes off, the friggin' motor ignites, which has already been ripped off the stick. And that's like a heat-seeking fucking missile. I've had that failure happen with those rockets many times. I think that's why I still have a bunch of those rockets. You know, same thing, different name, eh? Oh, cool, man. Well, these are a variety pack of, just regular off-the-shelf rockets, but they blow up on the launch pad quite commonly. Nice. I can appreciate a good ball shell. Like I said, though, I've said it before, I sit there and play with a box of Snap Pops if that's the only thing I got available. I don't care. As long as it goes bang and has some gunpowder in it, I'm good. It's amazing, though, the change that it'll bring to your mood. I was not in a good mood at all. I started letting off some fireworks. Hell, I started enjoying myself. I was like, damn, what is this strange sensation? Yeah, I do, man. Those are impressive. They get way the hell up there. You can actually see the shockwave before you hear the report. It's like, damn. Yeah, you can see the air move around them. But they get such altitude, it's like, I don't know, man. They were the best ones I've seen so far. Especially as far as getting altitude. Damn, that's a good combination right there. Quality and cheap. I was impressed, man. I was like, damn. I kept expecting it to go boom, but it kept going higher. I was like, shit. Oh, dude, I got in such trouble in 4th grade for cleaning the fish tank one time. I told the substitute teacher I was in charge of it. I had no idea what I was doing. I took the carbon filter apart. It filled the entire fish tank full of blackness. I remember that shit. I don't even know why I done it. I just wanted to take it apart for some reason. I think you're getting obsessive, man. Every time I talk to you, you're building something. Must be a obsessive hobby, eh? I think fish, they're just something pretty to look at. Other than that, to just put me to sleep. Now, if the cat's up there trying to catch the fish, it makes it more interesting. Dude, I let off the last canister shells I had tonight. I only had a few left. I'm officially out of regular canister shells. I've got a few boom shells I always hold back, but I have no more color shells. It's definitely time for me to restock. They definitely do, man. I'd never had them before. KB introduced me to them, and I was like, oh, hell yeah. That is nice. I wish they come in something bigger than a 4-pack, though. I guess that's the only drawback, but considering the quality of the rockets and, you know, the height that they get, it's a pretty good deal. If I remember correctly. You said they were pretty cheap. I've got a close to 300 fiberglass mortars, not counting the boxes of ones that come with the case. I might start getting rid of those if I get any more of them. I'm getting quite the stockpile. Huh. Cool. I always like to recycle, man. That's for sure. Recycle, reuse. I found pill bottles are a good thing for storing stars, but now when I'm looking for my prescription for a bunch of stars in my hand, I want to get them all together, I guess. I had a bunch of those 1-inch shells, and I took them apart. You know, I kept the stars, of course, but I just hollowed them out to be able to put some flash powder in them, because I wanted to make my boom shells go farther. Desperate, I know. I was looking at Pyro shells he made, man. They look like some quality made shells. I would definitely light them off. Yeah, but man, it's like I said, Georgia, you got a lot more irons in the fire when it comes to shit like that. I do not have the hookups you do. I don't travel like you do, you know. Not anymore, anyway. My yearly trip to Ohio is about as far as I go. Maybe up to Lake Erie. I don't really go south that much anymore. I can't handle the freaking heat. I'll definitely check it out, man. I'm kind of getting to the stage to where I want to build my own stuff because I can't find a whole lot of off-the-shelf shit that suits me. I want some specific firework for a specific place, and trying to track it down is a pain in the ass sometimes. It'd be easier if you could just build the damn thing. And I'd like to start, I think I'm going to start just by modifying existing products, you know, like maybe put tails on my shells and stuff like that. Just starting small. Ah, you talking about the handmade cherries? I have seen them, but I haven't had any. If that's what you're talking about. I've had some M80s that were original casing and stuff like that with modern composition that were freaking crazy. But I've never owned a cherry bomb in my life. I've never had one. That's on my list of things to get. I want an original. Go north, huh? I just think it's strange that it's something that I've never run across. I mean, as rare as an original M80 is, I've seen them, I've had them, but I've never got a cherry. Not once. I mean, I've had some round-shaped boomers, but they weren't cherry bombs. They were plastic, but they were, a lot more powerful than a cherry bomb, I'm sure. Must have been a store of some really old shit, because I know you're not that old, Parallel. I'm not even that old, and I'm older than you. They banned that shit like what, in the 60s? Cool. Will do, man. I think it'd be a good wintertime project. I don't know if it's somebody I have or not. I'll have to check. But the kitten turned off my computer, so... Alrighty then. Well, that sounds cool. Man, that's one thing I do enjoy. There's so much different product. Just the stuff in our own country, from West Coast to East Coast, is so different. I mean, there's some brands and some stuff that stays the same across the board, but there's just so many different companies and stuff out there. It's ridiculous. That's what I'm saying, Georgia. It must be rare on the east and the southeast that it is in other places, apparently. I've seen them behind glass in collections and shit, but that's about it. Basically, the shit I saw was made just like the smoke bombs, when they made them by hand with the clay. Except had, flash in it instead of smoke. But they were bad for throwing shrapnel everywhere. Well, considering the stuff that's on the market right now, South Florida, yeah, M80's a respectable firecracker for sure. You know, it'll hurt you, but some of that shit that they have out there today, it'll vaporize you. It's not gonna hurt you. Yeah, those are around, you know. And I hope they don't fall into the wrong hands, but they always do. Either children get a hold of the stuff or the stupid people. That's what kills it for the rest of us. Every time. You can't cure stupid no matter what law you pass. Damn, that's not good. I hope that this tariff stuff doesn't affect it too badly. I've seen mixed stuff on that, man, but the 3.5 is what I see the most. And considering the casing size of the original M80s, I don't even know if you could get 12 grams in one. Maybe 8. Hey, well, I got one of my shotguns from Sears. It's an old J.C. Whitley 12 gauge. Hell, at one time you could buy opium and a hypodermic needle from Sears through mail order. That's crazy. Oh, well, that's good. The industry's already going through enough bullshit over there in China with new regulations. There's a lot of cities and stuff in China now where you're not allowed to light fireworks. Considering they've been doing it for the last 2,500 years, that's kind of insulting. They say clean air is the reason. I was like, seriously? Just about all the Sears, Kmart's, and stuff like that have disappeared from around here. Been shuttered up. $19 till that upgrade's done. That's ridiculous. I guess it's worse. I've seen some of them as long as 3 days. That'll take 4 hours. Oh, hell no, man. I never hold any of them either. And I've not had any TC crackers do that to me yet, but I always put the shit on the ground, man. I might throw a Crazy King, but that's about it. That's just because I've lit about 1,000 of them so far without any problems. Oh yeah, you never know, man. It's another thing that I kind of enjoy about some fireworks is you never know. Damn. My perfect fuse is faster than what it was supposed to be. I burnt through all of it, just went ahead and used it. I was like, no, this is not going to work. I'm going to get rid of this shit. I've only got like 2 packs of TCs left. Something else I'd be on now, look for a case of. Probably non-existent now. I always wanted to get the Roadrunner version. Never got any of those though. Well guys, I think I'm gonna sign off for the night and go find me some munchies. It's about that time. I think there's a couple little pieces of KFC in there with my name on it. Well, hell yeah, you'll have to let me know sometime, Florida, because I am definitely interested in a case or two of those. But you guys have a good night. Keep lighting, man. Thanks for coming and joining me tonight, fellas. Take her easy. Oh, wet fireworks will do